Robertson gets frame 7 underway. Got within one frame, but good response from Stephen Maguire. So he's going to have to dig in again, is the Aussie.
Stephen Maguire trying to play in between yellow and brown twice here in this safety shot. That's the first time. And called it a bit thick, actually. Thicker than I thought he was intended to. It's come between green and brown, but red's very nicely spread open. Okay, perhaps it's a bit crowded up the top there from a positional sense. Bit short of pace. Is he going to get lucky on top of the green? Ugh, horrible. Not too sure that Steve Maguire can get to the centre of the cue ball. If he can, he'll be taking this red on.
Yes, well, he can just cue past the green, and he's had a look. And he's thinking if he stops the cue ball dead, there may be a gap to get through for the black. Or is he going to screw back for the blue? Well, he played to screw back for the blue. He got the double kiss. He needs a bit of luck. He'll settle for that.
It's one of the hardest things to do when you're going to play a deep screw back or a big power shot, when there's a ball very close to your cue. You're very self-conscious of the fact that you don't want to foul it. Decent safety shot from Neil Robertson, but not good enough to cause any problems. The only way he's going to get a mistake out of Steve Maguire here is if Steve Maguire accidentally puts a red over the opposite corner.
Played it pretty well. Not the perfect length. There is a red that is possible to the right corner, but it's surely a bit too risky. The one on the right hand side of the table, even if he potted it, he'd be running into other reds, so if he didn't get it, he could leave quite a bit on, he is. But he's found what he thinks is a path back to balk. And played it well.
That's the most telling safety shot of this exchange so far, and effectively asks the first question of Steve Maguire: can you work out a way to get back to balk that's not risky?
Yeah, and the escape down the left-hand side, of course, is made harder by that red being near the left-hand cushion. That'll look like a very big ball to Stephen. And he couldn't avoid it. Now, what damage has been done? Damage report, Steve?
Well, got a feeling there's a gap. I think there's a gap.
One.
Awful positional shot. He want that one again. Don't know what happened. Misjudgment off the cushion. Did he think the cushion bounced a bit funny? Well, Steve Maguire took on a big blue. Here's another big blue.
Yeah, and played nicely. And he had to play it in that way because obviously the red won't pass the yellow. That didn't go in the middle of the pocket, and that's why he's not good on the blue. And this blue's a little bit more tricky than the last one he potted.
Absolutely sure whether it was cleaning the ball. It was a kick. You saw the ball jump up in the air. It's usually a sign. Certainly killed the spin on the cue ball. Stopped it from coming back. Had all the signs of a kick. This blue is perhaps a step too far, so just a safety shot. Hide the red behind the yellow. That's down the balk end.
Neil Robertson 7.
That blue that Neil Robertson took on, possibly more difficult in some ways than Steve Maguire's. Awkward bridging, lots of reds in the way of his right arm. Struck it beautifully. What a match this is turning into. He's not giving up lightly, Neil Robertson.
Well, that's what surprised me about the first frame taking 46 minutes, because neither player is really a negative player. They always come to the table with a positive attitude. But just one of those frames, the first frame. Well, he didn't get a good length with the cue ball, and he's left the red to this right corner.
I think that's one of the fascinations of snooker. It's not a fast sport, it's a slow burner. It's like a good book. You stick with a storyline, and eventually you get matches that become nail biters.
Well, he wasn't even close to that one, was he? I'm certain when Stephen went back to his seat, he was expecting Neil to knock that one in. So he's got this red to the middle, to play a little cannon on the yellow, which should leave him on the brown. Good pot. And of course, if you catch the yellow just right, you'll have the yellow to go at. The black tied up, but blue on its spot, and pink in the open. Not a bad chance. Ooh, just a little nudge on the pink has, I think, made the pink available. Yeah, you see it into the right corner. And plumb on this red, just below the pink.
It clears the pink spot.
Couldn't have worked out better, could it?
No, it's made things a lot nicer. He can work around the pink. Doesn't have to worry about that black at all.
4.
Lost balance there. Fell over. This has turned into a great chance now. It's not 100% guaranteed that he can keep position. There's a couple of little groups of balls, a couple of balls together that have got to be resolved.
$11.
He'd expect to do well here, wouldn't he?
Yes, I didn't realise the pink went into this left corner. So the pink available into both corner pockets. As you say, terrific chance. Doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball. Just play little stuns and screws.
4 or 5 reds time that the problems
70.
might start to come, and Neil Robertson will be sitting in his chair quickly trying to sum up the situation, thinking there is a chance that he can't keep position when he gets down to 5, 6 reds on the table. That's what he'd be hoping.
18.
Yeah, he's played for this red to the left corner
20.
before, but it's not really a red to play. This is a good red to get out of the way. It makes the pink available into that middle pocket.
24.
Like to have been straighter on the pink. And then he could have just stunned it in and played for the red into the same pocket. I think he'll still play for that red, but he's just got to adjust the bounce off the cushion now. The less that cue ball has to travel, the better.
He'd like a nice angle after potting this red. Nice angle that
31.
he would be able to disturb reds in potting the colour, and he looks to have a nice opportunity now to split up the two below the pink, and that would make things a lot easier. Just ran on, did it? Yes. The red went safe, but
37.
He took a little bit of a chance stunning it, didn't he? I thought he'd have just rolled the pink in and just caught the right on red. And then it couldn't have gone wrong. But it's
38.
okay. And still on his way to winning the frame at this visit.
first mistake, and it's a big one.
Well, Maguire 38, Neil Robertson 6.
What looked like a total misjudgment. He wasn't playing to hit that red, he played to screw past it off two cushions for the red below the pink. It's a chance gone missing. Can Neil Robertson counter-attack? The balls are not ideally placed.
Bowling him in. Neil Robertson 4.
Well, we've seen a few of those tonight. Don't know whether Neil will have it replaced because it wasn't the most difficult of safety shots, or didn't appear to be.
Oh. It's one of those situations, it may not matter one way or the other, but there's the possibility Neil Robertson could bring the cue ball over to the green pocket area, put more heat on Steve Maguire from that position. It's a good attempt. I'm not too sure. I think Steve Maguire can get to this red to the left of the black. So we're in for a little bit of safety play now. He's got to be careful with this shot.
Foul. Robertson 4.
if it didn't go in the pocket, he could have had Neil in a bit of trouble. He's not done any damage, really. It just means that Neil was able to put the cue ball in the D. So you see the baulk line, then there's the D. And you can put the cue ball anywhere in that half circle.
You can make Stephen Maguire go away, play again here.
I bet he wish he had done that.
Go away. I was actually thinking, I think I might have been considering making my opponent play again there, but putting lots of side spin on there, it swerved before it got to the reds. Bit lucky to get away with that.
Got a good white, and that red just rubbing off the pink there has not made this safety shot any easier. He'll be very, very concerned about knocking a red towards the left corner here.
He's got two choices. He's got to play thin on the red that's of the 4 together. On the right hand, one of those. That's risky. He has got the worst outcome is to just drop on that red. That's not ideal because it's a red that could be puttable into the middle pocket. If he plays thick, he's going to disturb reds. And he's got to still get the cue ball back to the other end of the table. So thin looks like the option. It's a tough shot though. Perfect.
Yeah, top shot that. That was really well played.
Looks like exactly the same shot for Stephen Maguire. Perhaps a bit easier. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just a little bit disappointed he couldn't get the cue ball past the green.
Does it go? Can he see enough of it? I'm not too sure. He was just lining that up. I don't think he can, but he's trying to talk himself into it going. He's talking himself into being able to see enough of it. Changed his mind. Does that other one pot? Is this a speculative shot coming up here? Shot to nothing. Through the gap.
Into the left corner. There he goes, he's got it. Now has he got an angle on the blue? I'm sorry, the brown. He's got one. Chance to get right back in this frame now. That was well picked out. Well, thankfully, he just had hit that brown before that. I assume it was a text message, was it?
5.
You didn't hear the noise. Anyway.
I did, but I didn't want to reply because there's a crucial moment here.
Another, well, I'll just say, sort of average positional shot. He wanted to be better on this back. Well, he's having a look round, so maybe he's just about straight enough just to roll it in. He must think he'd be able to get through to the red once the black's respotted. I assume he's right. I thought he'd go a little bit
13.
more on the black than he did. He's okay. Now he needs a good angle on the black to try and disturb those 3 reds.
14.
Just enough.
Just 3 points behind now. This to go 4 points in front.
Hit it well. Arguably too well, but the two reds got tied up with each
21.
other. Didn't get enough movement. Perhaps he hit it a bit too hard. A bit softer, would have got a bit more screw back on.
Neil Robertson, 21.
Goes back to his seat with a 4-point lead. He'll be thinking it was half a chance to win the frame. Well, how many times have we seen that? Oh,
Ball on
and
a
is he
minute.
going to leave a free ball?
Neil Robertson, 4.
No. It's okay. There's a choice here. He could make him play from that position or have the balls replaced.
Yeah, I think where it is now is harder.
He certainly won't be playing it himself. I guarantee you that.
No. Make his opponent play from where it is now. The shot, the original shot is, yeah, he's playing. That's
Yeah.
a much harder. There's more chance of this going wrong than the last one.
Yeah, and we say many times these reds that are very close to the cushion, if you just hit these a little bit too thick, it'll go up the table with the cue ball. And he's played it very well. That's a good shot. Excellent shot from Stephen Maguire. He's in the spot of bother there.
Definitely seems to drift off a bit down this right-hand side. That shot there was he caught that far too thin. That's not what how he played it. This looks good. This looks perfect.
Absolutely. If he misses the green on the way up, it is perfect. Absolutely imperfect. That, you see, pots that win frames. That, but could be the catalyst in this one. He'll do very well here as we watch it again. Couldn't have struck it better. Perfect line, perfect length. And Neil will do very well now to escape from the snooker and not leave a pot on.
That's about, well, one of the ways he's got, but there are other ways to get out of the hit one of these three reds, but none of them are guaranteed. Obviously, if he does go off there, just past, shaving across the brown to the side cushion, hitting that red, yeah, he's going to leave the other one up. He's just very, he's got to be very lucky here, whichever way he goes about it.
Well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say what a superb hit, and it's safe.
The one I put up was a lot harder.
Well, Stephen having a close look. Can he get past the red to pot the black? Pot the red that's just to the right of the black.
He'd be delighted with that outcome. Didn't think he could get past the green to that side cushion, in my defence. thought it was tighter.
Well, we've taken you right in on the action, and it doesn't look as though you can see enough of that red.
It's that tight and that much of a problem. Usually it doesn't go. He could put a bit of right hand spin on the ball, might be able to straighten the shot up a fraction, but you expect this to go to the top cushion if it's that tight. Miss it to the top cushion.
Well, he probably thought he's just couldn't hit enough of it to pot it, but he could play safe off that red.
It was worth
I
the
think
risk,
that was
wasn't
his
it?
intention.
Yeah, I think he sort of said that if he has misjudged it and he could get through, that it was worth the risk. Another mistake, long range, missing the edge of the ball. Got a chance of getting behind the green here. Should he play sending the red ball round the angles back up to the top of the table? Be a 1 in 10 shot, I suppose, to get behind the green, if not more. But he's got a bit of swerve it as well, was he? He's got a swerve, it makes it harder. Well, that's a 1 in 10 chance. What a fantastic shot.
As you say, I mean, it was low percentage, but he could not have played it better. And considering he was swerving it as well.
You see the way the white ball changed direction there after it had released from the cushion. Still had the top spin on as well as a bit of side. Great reading of the position there from Steve Maguire. Robertson playing for the open red, and a great shot there as well. Bit unlucky to have stuck this up. Couldn't do much better than that, although it is missable.
But it's a chance.
Looks a bit easier on our television screen. That looks a lot easier, doesn't it, that shot?
Well, he could have done with running past the green. It'd have been better position. This green is very tricky. He seems to be determined to play it, but it's not easy.
Something's just come out of his wallet.
I think it's probably your wallet, Steve. Have you left your wallet somewhere?
I think he's taking this green on. It's a pretty low percentage positional shot. He could play sort of to play on top of the green and leave Neil Robertson hampered with the potential for 3 misses.
I prefer that, because, as I say, this green is tricky and no guarantees to be on the red. Just nestle it on the green and leave it awkward queuing.
Yeah, the Chinese snooker, as it's called, can reap dividends in another way. Is that these days with the foul and the miss situation, the guy's got to hit the red, and when you're jacking up in the air over the top of a ball, you can easily make a complete hash of it and end up hitting one of those reds thick. I don't think he's worked it out. He's not thought of it yet, has he? Or has he already thought of it?
No, he's not. He's coming off the...
Surely it's better to just put it... Unless you can get in behind it. Does he think that? Far better way. Far better way.
That's the English snooker.
It's much nicer when you're down there. You can see how far the balls are off the cushion, eh? My excuse. Right, I'm not going to draw any more lines. He's under a lot of pressure.
Same problem though he faced a few shots ago. do very well to get this safe.
Swerve it before it gets to the cushion. Change the angle of release of the cue ball.
Thank you. Well, Steve Maguire for.
But not a miss. An interesting rule. But not a miss.
It's not a
With
miss?
your cue?
Yeah, my cue, yeah.
Right, so it's not a miss then. He hit the green with his cue, so it's not a miss because he's hit the red. It's just a foul.
Oh. So when was that rule changed then, Steve?
No, it's not been changed. No, he hit the ball, but he actually fouled the shot. But he hit the ball. The miss is about whether he gets the ball or not about the foul. So if he'd have hit the green with the white ball, then that is a miss.
But I thought the reason the miss was introduced, you couldn't get advantage from a foul shot.
But he's actually hit the red. Yeah, no, it's a technical point. It's always been there.
All right.
Yeah, if he'd hit the green, then that was a foul on the miss. With the white ball. Oh, the miss rule.
I'm glad you're here.
Michaela was on it there.
Well, how many times have we seen this? And this could be a free ball. This could be a free ball.
Free ball.
No hesitation from Michaela. Can't hit both sides of the red. So the green will count as a red. 1 point and then colour to follow.
Great strike. And he's got the right side. Fantastic shot. What a great frame to win from here.
Yeah, still 2 points. 2 points in front. So he's going to need a few good shots to clease the frame at this visit.
Well controlled.
He wanted to be on the left-hand red as we look.
Two missable pressure reds. And you could have a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, don't let any negative thoughts come in your mind here. Just think positive and the rewards if you can pot the balls. Well played.
It's not been a tough table this week, playing along the top cushion. As long as you play for the far jaw. On occasions we've seen a ball played to the near jaw that seems to have dived in a bit, but playing to the far jaw
13.
is okay. You probably play this with a bit of speed, so that won't come into the equation. You've just got to get the right line here. Big shot.
Played it beautifully, and he's got the perfect angle on the black. Neil Robertson is staring, being 3 frames behind again, but this time Stephen Maguire will be 1 frame away from placing the semi-final. He needs this black or pink, if that help you get on the yellow better, and
Pink.
Yellow and green.
Pink's more certain, I think, for yellow, John, but it's more missable as well. Yep, that's where you want to be. Yep. Just wind yourself up for the black or the pink. Yeah, he's talked himself into probably the right shot here.
It's funny, when he potted the red, I thought he had a good angle on the black, but it
20.
just shows you, he just come too straight, so he still needs a good shot on the yellow, and he still needs the green. Couldn't play it much better than that. The green to go 26 points in front with 22 remaining. No heroics. Neil Robertson now looks almost certain to be 3 frames behind again. 1 snooker to tie required at the moment, but if this brown goes in, that's certainly end of frame. It's there.
29.
So Neil won't get a chance to come back to the table. The #1 in the world, reigning UK
34.
champion. His back is firmly against the wall here.
40.
And that was an excellent 40 break. It was only 40, but it was excellent from Steve Maguire. Played some good safeties, good snookers behind the green. Neil Robertson really in trouble. Steve Maguire 1 frame away from a place in the semi-final.